Hey, what's up, guys? It's Big BMO What Ifs. This is gonna be my first What If. I've already tried to record this 2 times, and the audio cut out, so not very motivating for the start of my channel. But um, let's get into this What If. It's gonna be what if Luffy was overpowered? Part one. All right. So Luffy is gonna be mad OP. All right, so um, let's just say when he meets Shanks, start of the anime or start of the manga, whatever. When Shanks comes to Fuchsia Village, um, and let's just say the devil fruit that Luffy eats after the whole scene with the bandits, the devil fruit that Luffy eats is gonna be the power fruit. I'm gonna be copying Dark King What Ifs. Probably not adding more devil fruits, but I'm probably taking off some. Um, he's gonna have the Gura no Mi, which is the Tremor fruit from Whitebeard. He's gonna have the Yami no Mi, the dark fruit from Blackbeard. He's gonna have the Goro no Mi, which is the uh, uh, Rumble fruit from Enel. Uh, he's gonna have the Magu no Mi, which is the Magma fruit from uh, what Sakazuki? No, Akainu. Yeah. All right. So, and also obviously the Gum fruit. Obviously, main fruit, best fruit. All right. So now the whole thing goes down. Uh, Everything goes down with the mountain bandits. This is a little bit different. Uh, obviously, uh, obviously Luffy gets his devil fruit, uh, and then the part where Luffy goes and fights the mountain bandits and gets captured and like beat up. So when they're on the boat, um, what's it called? Obviously, Luffy gets thrown in. He can't swim. Uh, the mountain bandit gets eaten, and Luffy's about to get eaten. Um, and instead of Shanks coming and saving him, this is when Luffy will unlock his Conqueror's Haki in this state of like fear, like life or death type of situation. And seeing that the this was it the Sea King by their coast, he would obviously dip. You'd be scared. So Shanks would obviously pull him out of the water eventually, not losing his arm. All right, we don't like one arm. Like, I mean, we love one arm Shanks. We love Shanks in general, but I mean, it's totally better if he has both arms. Um. All right, so now what's gonna happen is um Shanks is gonna see, oh, he has Conqueror's Haki. Like, I gotta train this kid. He could be someone great. Um, so they make the what's it called? All right, so let's just say Luffy right now is 5 because at the start of the anime when he was still a kid he was 7. So we're gonna put it 2 years beforehand. All right, so in those 2 years before, in those 2 years and a couple months before Garp comes, um, we're gonna have Shanks train Luffy, take him on take him onto the water, even though he's still a young kid. They're going to take him onto the water to meet a couple strong people, such as Luffy's going to meet Whitebeard. Whitebeard's going to know about this kid, even though they're enemies. Shanks and Whitebeard are respect each other. Mihawk. He's gonna meet Mihawk. Uh, all while training. Obviously, Luffy's not gonna be OP when he meets Ace and Sabo, but he's gonna meet these big figures that are associated with. Well, I mean, at least those two big figures that are associated with Shanks. Obviously, he's gonna come back to Future Village, learn more about hockey. Obviously, nowhere near what he's gonna be in pre-time skip or nowhere near what he's gonna be in post-time skip. Even though they're both 2 years, the duration of 2 years. No, obviously nowhere near. He's gonna handle part of the basics, not and Shanks. At this point, Garp comes back. Being due to the fact that they're both connected in a way because of Roger. Garp isn't gonna do anything. Obviously, Garp's gonna be pretty mad that Luffy wants to become pirate and a pirate and pirate king of all things, but he's not gonna try to attack Shanks or anything. This is when Shanks and Luffy would make their promise. Shanks would leave with not without first giving him something to help him so that he could train his hockey more for the next 10 years. So obviously Ace would go Garp would bring Luffy to Dodon's place, and he would meet Shanks and Sabo. Now, the same thing goes when it comes to events. Where Luffy's getting beaten up by that one bandit or that one pirate that I forgot his name, but the one pirate that's looking for Ace and Sabo, and he'll get beat up and not snitch or anything like that, or So what would happen is obviously all three of them, Sabo, Ace, and Luffy, would eventually obviously grow closer, and during those 10 years, we're gonna skip. Everything happens the same. Sabo, I think, a couple years after. It's not when Luffy was 7. It's probably when Luffy was I don't know, 9 or 10. I think it was when he was 11. Is when Sabo is assumed to be dead, if I'm correct. So Sabo would be 13. But in that time, obviously Luffy would try to also teach Sabo and Ace hockey. Now, obviously Sabo's time gets cut short. The whole thing in canon happens with the celestial dragons and burning down the village, or burning down the God, what's the name of that? Anyways, it would happen the same, and so even obviously they'd be mourning, but then we'd cut to Ace. Ace obviously leaves. He would have still trained until he was 17, where he left. He'd still make the Spade Pirate, and he would still get stranded on the island, find the Mera no Mi, and then eventually become Whitebeard's second in command, or third in command, second commander. Yeah. All right. And now it is on to Luffy. 2 years later, Luffy would be setting off on his journey. Luffy would be around post time skip when it comes to hockey usage. He's become OP. Obviously, no, not even post time skip, bro. He'd be above that. He'd already be past that. He'd be able to see partially into the future at this point, but dude, like my man's is OP. All right, and now let's go on. Obviously, he'd be smarter. I don't know. He'd be more battle smart, but at the same time, he'd also be a little bit smarter outside of battle. But that doesn't change his personality. He's still gonna be the goofy Luffy that we know. Hey, it rhymes. Um. Anyways, so obviously he's gonna be setting out. He'd still get stuck in the barrel, like in the whirlpool and in the barrel, but obviously he doesn't care. He's like, whatever happens, happens. Um, so so yeah, he ends up on the boat, on that one boat that Alvida is raiding, and then eventually end up on Alvida's ship. Same thing happens. He bursts out of the barrel, has some apples, and meets Kobe. Now he talks with Kobe. Kobe eventually, and then he's like, "Yo, like I'm really strong and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna become the pirate king, stuff like that." Kobe's like, "Yo, I always wanted to become a marine." And he would end up insulting Alvida, and same thing would happen. Uh, Luffy literally, in all honesty, he wouldn't need to use a punch. Um, I feel like he would just literally just one finger with the Gura Gura no Mi, the Tremor Tremor fruit. Just use that power and like flick at Alvida, and Alvida would be gone, flying in the ocean somewhere. All right, and so then it would lead to them taking the little boat to the island where Zoro is. Now everything would go the same, honestly, literally everything. The Helmeppo throwing the girl, obviously Luffy catching her, Helmeppo getting punched, Helmeppo getting dragged to find the swords, and even what even Zoro defeating Captain Morgan, or getting the final blow on Captain Morgan. If I'm correct, yeah, that's what happened. Everything would go the same. Zoro would like Zoro would join up with Luffy. Like Luffy really didn't need to do anything there, bro. Like, I mean, come on, my man's too strong. Um, Now we move on to Buggy's island, right? Yeah, the island that Buggy's like trying to take over. Um, they obviously they'd see Nami. Uh, they'd ask her, if I'm correct, it happened beforehand. They'd ask her if she wanted to be like the navigator and stuff. They'd meet the townspeople, then they'd meet Buggy, if I'm correct, right? Nami would still do the same thing where it's like, oh yeah, hey boss, and Luffy would just go along with it. Like, he doesn't really care. Luffy would just go along with it. Nami would have the Grand Line, the map of the Grand Line, and Luffy would, get put in the thing. He doesn't really care. He's not gonna resist. I mean, he knows nothing's gonna happen. So once the buggy ball is about to get shot, and like Nami's trying to be forced and stuff like that, that's when Luffy breaks out and just, Which one could he use? Okay, he'll use the Goro Goro no Mi. He'll literally just send out an electric shock that just trashes the whole crew, all of Buggy's crew. Um, I think the rest of the arc goes around the same. I don't think they'd have to face what's their name, Kawachi and the lion guy, animal guy. I feel like Luffy could get rid of them right there. But yeah. So Nami would obviously temporarily join them. Luffy, this is where something changes. Luffy would tell Nami, he'd be like, "Yo, I knew some like big time pirates. Like that Grand Line map is gonna be useless." He'll straight up tell her that Grand Line map is gonna be useless. You can't use that out there. Maps don't like compasses. Not even compasses work correctly in the Grand Line. And she'd be like, "How do you know?" And you know, Luffy would be like, I know a really powerful pirate that trained me when I was younger." And then and my other one of my brothers is like a big time pirate on one of the what oh no, oh yeah, on one of the Yonko ships. And she'll be like, "Oh, okay, she'll understand." I feel like they'll probably trash the map, like they don't really need it. um Now, next is Syrup Island, I think was the name of Usopp's village. Obviously, they'd go there. By the way, if anyone didn't know, I am not going to be using, or I'm not going to be going over these like side stories, the filler arcs, where it's like, I think Dory and Broggy. No, Dory and Broggy were our main part. I just forgot where they are in the story. But the guy, guy with the green afro and who's stuck in the chest. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over that arc. I completely forgot when that arc happened. Or that like mini arc. Anyways, um, obviously they go to Usopp's island. Um, what's it called? Um, Usopp does the bluff where it's like, "Oh, I have 80 million pirates and stuff like that," or something like that. I'm the great warrior of the sea. And Luffy, having observation, would obviously see through it. Um, what's it called? Um, shit, man. All right. Yeah. Anyways, he would obviously see through it. And once Usopp aims his slingshot at Luffy, Luffy would say the same badass thing that Shanks did to the mountain bandits. If you don't remember, it's like it was something about like don't point the gun or something like that. Don't put your finger on the trigger if you don't intend to shoot it, or if you don't like, yeah, something like that. Um, it was really badass when he said it, but yeah. So that's what would happen. Um, the same. Everything else would go basically the same, dude. Um, I feel like, oh no, oh okay, Luffy having the observation hockey where he's able to sense feelings, right? If I'm correct, that's yeah. He would sense the malice in Black Cat Cujo's thing, but obviously he'd wait it out. He wouldn't like go. He just knows, like he just knows and is really cautious. Um, Everything would go the same. Luffy, honestly, um, having the Goro Goro no Mi, he'd outspeed Kujo. It's really the only thing. Like he'll outspeed Kujo, and honestly, just one punch him. Um, and he'll probably just electrocute the rest of the crew. Like, I mean, I mean, this is really it. Just shock them. I think. Look, I think. All right, so it got cut off. All right, so obviously he'd handle the Cujo pirates with his Goro Goro, really quick, really easy, and then the same thing would still happen, where he uh yeah he gets to go marry go going marry going marry, and they leave. I mean, Usopp would join the pirates, knowing that Luffy knew his father Yasop, knew the crew and stuff, and obviously he wants to meet him. Um, yeah, so they'd go on. They'd go on to, if I'm correct, what's after Syrup Village? Syrup Village would be not Buggies. No, that happens after. Oh no, that happens before. They would go to the Baratier, right? Okay. Well, before that happens, I'm just gonna end it off here. I've had too many. There's been too many times where the audio just cuts off. So this is gonna be part one of what if Luffy was overpowered. Have a good day. This was Big Beam What Ifs. Like, subscribe. Thank you. All right, peace.